So here I am thinking of what to do next here. I believe I want to delete that heater, but I'm going to keep that one because I want to keep the defrost if possible. I could always rig up an electric heater with some ducting and stuff, but I tested the defroster and it works off of that heater because I hear the fan blowing from here. And when I feel the defroster blowing stronger here than it is over here, so that leads me to believe that the air is flowing this way over. So it's coming from that heater. Removing that heater is not going to really give me much additional storage room or any kind of space. It would give a little bit, but I don't think it's worth taking it out. But this one I can put, you know, like a storage, some kind of storage right there. I'm going to start next by removing this heater here. I already took some screws out a while back, just on these panels here. They're loose, but I need to get the handrail out of the way and continue to get, there's a couple more screws on it. So I'm gonna take those out. It's just some screws there, screws there, screws there, and I'll bring y'all back when I got all the screws out of this box. So I got the handrail off. I got the fire extinguisher off. I took it off its mount. There was 2 screws holding the mount in. And then this upper piece, we got some ducting there. So I got a screw there, a screw down at the corner, and maybe a couple more in the center there, and try to get this front plate off. All right, it's coming loose. There's like a plate that's hung up in there. Let me get that off. All right, I got the front cover off. There's the core, and there's the motor. It looks like it's pretty loose. There's a bracket up here, and then the duct, and it should come out. All right, so it's completely loose. I just popped the hose clamps off the vents and that one bracket. Now it's just held in with the heater hoses down there where the coolant flows. The hot coolant flows through here and the air blows across it and blows your hot air out, right? So I got to figure out how I'm going to delete this and figure out the flow of the coolant here. So from the engine, there is, it's hard to see everything. Let me zoom in. Okay. There is an elbow. And that is I believe the lower radiator hose. And then this goes to the coolant tank. And then the third leg there goes up. And let's see, this one goes into here. So this one attaches to the core. Now the upper one, that one goes up and across to the other heater. And then it comes back and goes through the upper tube into the top of the cylinder head. I gotta figure out how to delete this. So basically, these two would bridge because we're skipping that core and we're going straight over there. So we need to bypass that one and connect these two if I want to keep that heater core function. Easiest way to do that is probably disconnect this lower one right here and then cut this upper one and connect it where that bar, where this one went, right? So I hope that makes sense. Okay, so I have a drain pan down here and I have closed these valves, so screwed them in just like a water faucet. Closed them so that it doesn't drain any coolant from the engine side. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen this connection that goes to the heater. And get a screwdriver. Just want to go with the screwdriver and go all the way around. And sometimes the rubber kind of bonds to the metal. So you're going to break that bond. And then these are barbed, so they're really hard to get off. And an easy way to do this, if you're not going to reuse the hose. So this is what I'd do if I want to reuse it, but we're not. So let me grab a razor blade. Okay. All right, and since this valve is closed, it's not going to leak from the engine side, so that's good. And then let me put the camera right here. So this is the one I need to bring down to the barb. And this is just held on here by this sealant. I just pulled the hose and it broke the sealant free. So I'm going to get this loom out of the way. This looks thicker than the other one, but looks can be deceiving. So, okay, what I'm going to do is on the inside, I'm going to show you. Well, let's see, the upper one. Yeah, I don't want to cut it short, so I'm just going to disconnect it from here and pull it through. A hose clamp right there, an 8mm. So I'm going to loosen that and then get this hose off and push it through the other side. All right, so I got the hose disconnected. It did make a mess, so this is going to get messy. So you can see I took the hose off there. I just slit the end just like I did on the other one. I'm going to be reusing the hose, but not the full length of it, so I can trim that end off. So now I'm just going to go from the other side and pull the hose through. It is full of coolant, so I'm going to lower it into the pan. Okay. Now, get this sealant off. And that worked really well. And put the loom on it. It might just fit through there. Okay. All right, now I'll pull the loom off and push it through. Oh, there goes the heater. It fell. Oh, I got wires here. So let's disconnect this. All right. There it is. Super messy, but there it is. So now I can insulate all behind there and put maybe some kind of shoe storage or something. But anyway, let's finish over here. So now I'll probably run this hose through where the other hose was, and that right there. So let me get this loom on it, and then I'll feed it through. See, no, you can't. So I fed it through that holder, and then I'm just lining it up to where it would go, and I'm going to mark it and cut it to the right length. Okay, so you could use a proper tool, but I'm not. Actually, I got some cutters. Let me try it. All right, I got some shears. You could use a razor as well, but the point is when you're cutting it, you want to cut it straight. You don't want to cut it at an angle because then the hose clamp it's not going to go on the barb right, and it won't cover the barb completely. Hose clamp won't be able to grab onto it very well, so just try to get it as straight as you can. So I didn't physically mark this, but I just eyeballed it. This is going to be temporary. I'm going to I'll probably redo all the heater hoses and valves and everything before I hit the road. Okay. All right. Now I just need to get the hose clamp on it. Just going to use the old one. All right. That's it's on there. Pretty clean. Fully bypassed. So we got both hoses going out to the heater core. So we got one going out and one coming back in. An inlet and an outlet. I don't know which one is which, but that's what we got going on here. And that is to the heater core under the driver side dash. So I need to plug those holes eventually.